Hey everybody, just real quick, thank you for everyone who's listening, and apologies for the audio. We don't have the best setup. Um, this is a stream archive. Future, I guess, episodes will be edited. Um, this one will not. So, please, please bear with us with some of the quieter parts or my horrible, horrible jokes. That's not a thing you own.
I was wearing someone else's.
Then it wasn't your wig.
It was the wig I was wearing, Owen.
I once got my stolen wig snatched.
No, my friend gave me his wig to try on, so I was just wearing it, and he was like, "Okay, the only good way to take these off is to have someone snatch it. Can I snatch your wig?" And I was like, "Okay." So we just, whew, it was that fast.
Also, I should probably tell you guys, I just now started the little stream.
The recording?
Yeah,
Wait, are you streaming this on Twitch?
Yeah, I record and stream.
Wait, what the heck? I didn't get a notification.
I'm live.
But no one knows your
No
name
one's
yet.
watching, are they?
Wait, do you record it and then like put it on live on the channel, or do you? Like,
Yeah, I record.
Oh.
I record the stream.
I'd like to be only referred to as Slap-a-Chair now.
Please no.
Okay, also guys, my character goes by Manny because, I can't just go around saying my real name. Manny, like from
Manny?
Diary of a Wimpy Kid. Yes.
I thought you went by Luke.
I changed my dad's name, which means I changed my middle name.
Oh,
So-
okay.
I thought you were gonna say I
Manny
changed.
I only go by Slap-a-Chair now.
Stop
She only
it.
goes by
Call
Slap-a-Chair.
me Slap-a-Chair.
Shut
I,
up.
for one, want to be referred to by my entire legal name and also include my zip code next to it.
Please
Dude.
refer to me only by my credit card number and my last name with the wacky 3 digits on the back.
Please only refer to me as the one password I use for everything.
Please refer to me as the Roblox master, which also includes my insurance card, but the whole thing just in text.
The two people watching your stream must be so glad that they're having this content.
Please refer to me as Owen, like a normal person.
I am Slap-a-Chair and only Slap-a-Chair. You can call me Slappa for short.
Slappa.
Slappa for short.
Yeah,
Slappa
my
for short.
my favorite musician, Frank Slappa.
Should we play the game?
Yes.
Sure. I put this.
Okay.
I put this under Dungeons and Dragons, but I know it's Monster of the Week, and I feel like that's gonna bother you as a human being.
It's on what I actually see. It says Blender practice.
It hasn't updated yet.
Okay, now it says Monster of the Week.
Yeah, now it does.
Okay. I wrote like an opening monologue, but I don't think I'm gonna read it actually. So,
I mean, if you want,
Okay.
don't. I don't know. I'm gonna like wing my character voice, so
Yeah,
it's
same.
probably gonna sound really
Good.
shitty.
good for you.
Mine's probably gonna fluctuate from today to Wednesday.
I'm thinking your character's voice is like gruff and tired, but that's not my choice.
See, for some reason, every time I kept doing it, it was gruff and tired, but it dipped ever so slowly into West Virginia, and I'm like, God damn it! Damn you, Mackle boys!
Damn you, Mackle boys.
Mama.
Okay. All you need to know from the monologue is this. In a small town in Pennsylvania called Mount Carmel, a young woman sits on the couch in the apartment that she's been
Hey.
living in, because I don't think she owns it.
You might want to back up from the microphone just a little bit.
Okay. You've always told me, literally link it around my mouth.
Yeah, but you're okay now.
Okay. Ezra, roll for premonition.
Fuck.
Wait, what do you roll
What
for?
die? Yeah, what die?
2d6s, I believe, right?
2d6s.
Oh yeah, everything's 2d6.
Do I add a modifier onto that or no?
It's plus weird.
Got it. Which one did I choose? I already forgot. Oh my god, I'm a mess. I apologize.
This is gonna be a rough first session, guys.
I got a wait, math. I got a 14 plus modifier.
Fuck.
How?
Oh,
I rolled
+2 weird.
Plus 2 weird.
Jesus.
Jesus
Okay.
Christ.
That's not what I expected.
That's probably the only luck I'm gonna have.
That is one shy of the best roll possible.
Yeah.
It's a 2d6.
Yeah.
Yeah.
2 6s plus the max can be +3. So
Got it. Sorry, I'm
Good for you. First roll of the game, starting off strong.
oh Jesus fuck.
You, Ezra, have a vision. And it says that like 10 or above is a very clear vision of events that are about to transpire. Okay.
That's a weird vision to have. It's pretty meta.
You see the silhouette of a woman standing in a doorway, and you see her look out into a huge expanse of dark forest. And then she walks back inside and closes the door. And then the vision is obscured by static. And then you wake up, and there actually is static because the radio in your house has turned on. What do you do?
Fuck, what do I do? I love D&D. I love making decisions, guys. Frig.
It's not D&D, it's Monster of the Week. Thank you for that.
We're gonna just call it an
welcome.
RPG from now on and be as vague as possible.
We're LARPing.
I'm sorry, I don't
We're
know
LARPing.
nerd language. Sorry, I don't understand nerd.
I don't speak nerd.
I don't speak nerd.
Yo, Owen, I found sexy Mothman fan.
I don't need it. I just need to know what I need to know what Kiara's doing.
Fuck.
I need to know what I'm doing in this scene too.
I guess
I'm assuming you two are both home together. I'm saying this is like in the evening, so Isaac is probably home from work, and Ezra legally doesn't exist. So
Have we explained to you two that my character's name's Isaac?
I didn't know
Okay.
until today.
I told Kiara that your
No.
name was Isaac. Well, Anthony,
Well,
Owen's character's
I
name
know
is
your
Isaac.
name now.
There we
Yes,
go.
nice to meet you.
He's. Yeah, I'm just watching TV.
Okay. You're watching TV. Are you there with Ezra?
No, I think she's in a separate room, like in her little
Yes.
bedroom.
Okay. By the way, did we distinguish a living situation? Is this a house?
It's okay.
It's like a tiny house.
It's like a little
flat.
house.
It's a little house. Okay.
It's like a trash people house.
It's a trash people house.
You know exactly what I mean too. I know you do.
Yes, I do. I do. So what do you guys do? I'm assuming you both hear the radio. Ezra, you just had a weird looking vision.
I'm gonna retune that radio so it's not static anymore.
You tune the radio?
Yeah.
Alright.
And-
As you're tuning the radio, you come across the official news station for Mount Carmel. And you hear a news report of a large bear that supposedly has been roaming the town near the, I can never pronounce this, Shamokin Creek. So people need to be looking out for that.
Okay.
I didn't know you
okay.
did that much research about this town.
Yeah, you did. I
I have Google Maps open.
I was really waiting for you to mispronounce it as chicane. I'm like, yes.
I have Google Maps open on Mount Carmel, so I know everything.
Also, I'm trying to also find a way to speak German in this, and I fucking suck at German, so I apologize
You
in
don't.
advance.
You don't gotta
You
speak
don't need to
German.
speak.
But I
You've been
want
living in America for a good few years. We're gonna say that you just have an accent,
Okay.
unless you
attempt.
have a. Unless you really want your character to only speak German.
Hello,
Not
fellow
only speak
American. Hello, this is my German.
Yes, that's a very good German accent.
No, it's
That's
it's
exactly what German people sound like.
Yeah, no, I was speaking.
You nailed it.
I was
You got it in one.
I was speaking real German.
It's real German.
Yeah.
You guys are still on this scene. What are you doing?
Oh, Frig. I'm gonna go get a glass of water because I think I wrote down somewhere that she gets headaches after her freaking premonitions.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna get some water.
Okay, Psyduck.
I think as I'm.
Psyduck? Like the
Sorry, I don't know
Pokemon?
Yeah.
Yu-Gi-Oh.
Is that a Bakugan? I think.
Okay, I'm hurt.
I think as I hear that news report, I'm like, oh shit, and I flip over to the news. Like on the TV.
On the TV. Yeah, someone got some footage of the bear, actually. It's about midday, and you can see just this huge lumbering mass in the forest. That's really just obscured by the trees and brush. And the news announcer is just talking that, it's getting late and people should probably be, staying inside, making sure they aren't nearby, and the police will take care of it, I guess.
Does the bear look suspicious to me?
Define suspicious.
Like, too big to be a bear?
Isn't there a role for this?
Should it be investigate a mystery?
I'm gonna say if you want to know more about this from the video, yeah, investigate a mystery.
Sick. What the Hold up. One of my... God damn it, I rolled a D10. I rolled two D10s.
The
Hold
D6 is the cube,
I
just
know.
so everyone's aware.
I got a 9.
You got a 9. Okay, that's a mixed success. A mixed success on investigate a mystery. From 7 to 9. What does a hold mean?
I get to ask one question.
You get to ask one question. Okay. What are you asking? What happened here? What sort of creature is it? What can it do? All that stuff.
What sort of creature is it? I think
What sort of
makes the most
creature is
sense.
it? I'm gonna tell you just from what you can see, because this is a very limited amount of information you're getting here. But this looks like a very weird bear. It's too big for a bear. It's too, dark for... I figure you've lived in this town for a while. You've seen bears before. This just doesn't look like one. And the other thing is there's something wrong with its face. The face doesn't look like a normal bear face. But you can't quite tell what makes it different.
I think I pause the TV at that point and take a little photo of it, and then take a couple notes in a little notepad. Because we've established that I came here looking for answers to some shit. So anything out of the I've established with to me.
You've established with yourself. So this is 2 out of the 3 people here who came here to hunt monsters, and 1 German fugitive.
Shut up.
Well, the way I saw it was that me and Kiara were both sort of led to this town after our respective shit happened.
Oh,
Just
okay.
by,
I see.
Power and wisdom of a king.
By
You
weird...
seek the power and wisdom of a king. Oh yeah, I forgot, because you changed your character. You're out for blood.
Yeah.
Okay.
Gotta get some mummy shit in now.
Okay. Speaking of you, what'd you say you went by again?
Manny.
Manny. I'm so tempted to call you Luke. Okay. Manny, you, at the same time, are in your apartment, did we say?
Yeah. I'm
Okay.
trying to lay low, too.
Trying to lay low. Define laying low.
On the
I'm
ground,
only going
physically on the
Yeah,
ground.
I'm not trying.
tits to earth.
I'm not trying to stand out, and I'm only going to reveal my identity if I trust someone, or if I feel like it might help the situation.
Okay. That's good to know. That's good to know.
Fuck, my bed's still-
You also hear this news report. What do you do?
I also hear this news report. Okay.
It is broadcast to the entire town. That's how it works.
Yeah, but do I see the same thing that Isaac saw, or do I also
Yeah.
need to roll to investigate?
Well, do you hear it over a radio or on a TV?
Yeah, are you listening? You hear it on the radio. So what do you do without the knowledge that there's more information on the television?
Oh, so I can't see the bear, but I hear on the radio that it's a large bear.
It's a large bear,
This
yes.
is a big bear.
It's a big bear.
It's a big boy.
It's a big boy.
It's a big. It's a little
Okay,
boy.
so this piques my interest, and I Google it.
Google.
Dude,
No,
copyright.
He names it. He
You
names it.
You Google it.
He oogled it.
I'm gonna have to roleplay Google here. Tell me exactly what words you're typing into the Google search bar.
Big bear that's not bear.
Okay, so
Big weird bear.
What's the town name again?
Carmel, Mount Carmel.
Carmel. Alright, I type
Bond.
into the
James
Google.
Bond.
I type into the Google search bar. Large bear sighting Mount Carmel.
Okay. You find a clip of the thing that Isaac saw on the TV. So if you want to investigate that, you can do that.
Yeah, I would like to investigate that.
Alright,
And
roll
that's-
2d6s.
2d6.
Mm-hmm.
That. Okay, I rolled an 8 plus 1 to my sharp. That's 9.
Okay. 9 is a mixed success. So, do you have the cheat sheet up in front of you with all the moves?
Yeah, I do.
Alright, you can ask me one of those questions on the list.
Where did it go?
Where did it go? Alright, it tells you... Let me get up the map. It tells you that this video was taken, by someone on South Pine Street. And from the way that the bear seems to be heading, it's heading south towards, Highway 61.
Okay. So my next move is probably going to be... I'm gonna go talk to the person who filmed the video.
Alright,
Get
yeah.
their opinion on it.
I'm on the
Um,
highway to bear.
Should I have you try to figure out how you're going to find this person? Because it doesn't say... Well, no, I'm going to say that the news report had this person, like, talking at some point about what they saw. So you can get this
Yeah.
person's name.
Okay.
Alright, so do you think
Okay,
that
so-
through that, you could find them on TV? Or, like, IRL?
Sam, what's his name?
His name?
Alright,
Or
so
her
I
name.
know their name.
Their name is... Joseph...
Swanson.
Swanson. Joseph Swanson
Joseph
is this
Swanson,
guy's
okay.
name. And he's this 50-year-old, just absolute dumb hick.
Wait, did you say he's 15?
50 with a 0.
So, are you implying that Joe from Family Guy is 50?
Wait, Joseph Swanson's a real guy?
Yeah, he's the dude from, he's still wheelchair dude from Family Guy.
Fuck.
Oh, Peter.
No, this is just a dude with the name Joseph Swanson. I'll come
Okay.
with a
Can you
different
please have
last
the
name,
voice of
Joseph
Kronk,
Stryker.
though?
There.
Fine.
There you go.
He needs to have the Kronk voice. He's so much better.
Oh, Peter. Okay.
Okay, so
Sorry.
do I need to investigate Mystery again in order to find out where he lives?
No, I don't want to make you do that. You just end up at his house. South Pine
Alright.
Street. Okay, you find the house, and you're in front of that. What do you do?
Alright, I knock on the door.
You break
The door. Okay. You hear several dogs barking, and eventually the door opens, and it is opened by a very short, maybe 10-year-old girl, you can see is sort of desperately trying to keep a couple of dogs from running out of the door. And she says, who are you, sir?
I say that I am a reporter. I roll to manipulate this little girl.
Which is a sentence I didn't expect. I would like
Okay,
to
roll to
manipulate
manipulate
this
someone.
child.
What dice is that?
2d6.
Yeah. For every
Is it
roll like
always
It's the
this.
same
2d6?
rule for pretty much everything.
Yeah.
Okay. Alright, well, I rolled a 3 plus 2, that's 5.
Okay.
Ooh.
5, I do in fact believe is a failure.
It is. Take
So
a hard
she
move.
says-
Oh no.
Sorry, Owen, you know more about this than I do. What happens here?
You're supposed to take a. You don't have to take it now, but you're supposed to eventually take a hard move, which means like make something bad happen or give him a big decision.
Okay. So
You can do that now
here's
or
what
later.
Okay. So here's what's gonna happen. This girl looks at you, Manny, and says, "Oh, what's your name? Why are you here? Are you here about the bear?"
I say, yes, my name is Manny, and I'm here to talk to Joe Stryker about the bear.
She says, "Oh, okay." And then she sort of looks back into the house and she yells, "Dad, there's a reporter here!" And a couple of minutes later, the man that you saw on TV, Joseph Stryker, fucking bug in my house. Okay. Comes lumbering down the stairs and meets you on the porch, and he says, "Oh, what do you want? What do you want? I already talked to the news guys. All right.
Okay.
I really.
You some investigative journalist. Who are you?"
My name is Manny. I am another reporter, and I'd just like to ask you if you have any idea where the bear went.
He says, "Oh, yeah, I went down the street. It went down towards Billy's house. You know Billy? No, you don't know Billy. You live on the south side of town. No, it went down Pine Street. It went down south towards the highway."
All right. Can I ask him another question?
Yeah, sure.
I asked him if there was anything strange about the bear.
Anything strange? He says, "Oh, I don't know. It was real big. I mean, for a bear. I mean, I've seen bears before. You know, I go hunting on the weekend.
You go home with Billy?
Yeah, I seen bears before. This looked like a real bad one. Maybe a mama bear looking for cubs."
It's a big bad bear.
Hey, what? Who else is here, kid? Are you the only reporter?
Shit, I'm sorry.
I walk away in the direction of the bear.
You just walk away.
I just imagine you like Terminator.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
You know, he Naruto runs.
There's no blinking, like. Do you actually?
What?
Do you actually
Do you
that?
actually just walk
Yeah,
away?
that's my turn. I completely ignore him. I start walking off towards the bear.
All right. As you begin doing that, he starts yelling, "Hey, kid! Don't I get my name written on something?" And I think that's the end of the scene. So,
I love the thought of
Ezra and Isaac, are you
Yes.
doing anything about this?
Shit. I think I jot down like where they said like the area was, because I'm sure they said like the bear was headed south or something. Probably not specifically where, but like.
Yeah, I'd say that, Def.
I think I jotted that down. And I'm like, well, looks like we got some answers or some shit. Looks like we got a mystery to solve.
All right. And
then
what are you doing with this information? Are you gonna go anywhere?
Well, first I want to say that I put my notes in my Scooby-Doo lunchbox that I've labeled mysteries because
Scooby-Doo lunchbox that you have labeled mysteries.
Yeah, because I have some humor. I think I like jump in my car and I think I invite Ezra if she wants to come
Invite Ezra?
investigate.
Okay. I do have one question about Ezra as far as going out in public. Does she do it often? Like, do the townspeople recognize her?
I don't know how to describe it, but I feel like she's like people don't like see her as different, but like no one really notices her as much. That's what I saw in my.
Yeah, like she blends in.
Yeah.
Kind of.
Like, she blends in pretty well?
Yeah.
Even though you're a punk in a small town?
Yeah.
Just a small town
Alright,
punk.
alright. That's fair. Cool. So, where are you guys going again?
I want to go where they showed like the report, like that area, because I think I'm pretty familiar with the town. I know what street that
Alright.
was on and shit.
Headed to
Can I
going
make a
Right.
request? Can I make a request?
Yeah.
Oh, and in that Scooby-Doo lunchbox, I want Ezra to take a sandwich baggie full of cheese balls with her because that's her favorite food.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say. I really thought you were gonna say Scooby snacks. I'm like, yes,
No, cheese
yes.
Bag of cheese balls. Alright.
Is that how you're gonna live with a bear?
Yeah. You know, bears love cheese.
Bears love
No.
cheese.
Ezra
Okay.
just fucking gobbles them down.
just fucking like, she inhales them like one of those little like.
Like that one episode of SpongeBob when they're eating cookies and Patrick just vacuums
Oh.
them up.
No, it's like those little you know the Nerf guns that shoot the little balls out and it's just like. Foop, 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 foop.
Oh god, those are painful though.
Yeah, exactly. It's like violent. It's not an elegant suck.
Very violent.
Yeah, I think I'm headed that way, and I'm gonna head the way that it shows the bear going.
Okay.
So south, yeah.
So go south, the same direction Manny's going?
Yes.
Alright.
Is he driving?
So. Yeah, are
No,
either
I'm
of you
walking.
driving to these places?
I'm just walking. It's a small town, right?
Yeah, it can't be that far.
Also, what time of day is it?
Midday.
It's evening. Like
Oh.
6 or 7 o'clock.
Alright.
Alright. So you, Manny, are walking down towards,
The highway.
the highway. There's a shop here, Willow Creek Treasures? Alright. You're walking down that, and you get to the intersection of Pine Street and, 5th Street. And, Owen, Isaac, and Ezra, you two see this sort of dude just like walking down the street, and you've never really seen him before, but he seems to be going in the same direction you are.
I just imagine him crawling because he's still trying to lay low.
He's not
Yeah.
trying to lay low.
He's army
He's
crawling.
army crawling.
I'm doing a snake.
Yeah, he's army crawling, but at the speed of a man that would normally be walking. It's really impressive. I think Isaac peeks out of the car and just says, "Hey, did you hear about the bear? You don't look like you're from around here. You probably shouldn't be out. There's a big bear roaming around."
All right.
I respond with it.
What?
Wait,
He's
let me think of a good response, okay?
Hello. I am Bear Hunter.
I'd tell you to mind.
Bear that's going into the woods.
Okay, I tell Isaac to mind his own business. Leave me alone.
I say, all right, no need to be rude, and then I keep driving.
You just keep driving.
Ezra flips him off as he drives.
I think we both do. This is gonna be a good party. I think we both turn and do like the bite your lip, like fuck you.
I was gonna say, none of us can see you, Owen.
It's the Philly flip.
The Philly flip.
Yeah.
That's great.
You
So
bite your
just
bottom
as
lip and
a-
go like.
Just as a quick thing, because I forgot to mention this. 'Cause I know this is really last minute, but I just remembered it. But one of the things says amulets that you can use to invoke your powers, and I have a picture of a ring that I wanted to use. I'm sorry, this is really late, but I totally.
No, that's
forgot about
okay. Yeah, send it to chat. I'll check it out.
it. This is my Discord server. That is not what I meant. To
Oh,
say.
hey, I need to also keep in mind I brought my revolver.
Oh, you're bringing your whole gun?
Well, it's just a revolver.
All right.
Ezra
Hey, I just realized all of you have guns.
Ezra
Yeah,
always has her revolver. And
Can I
Like,
only carry
whole-
certain weapons on me at the same time, or can I have them always on me?
I'm gonna need you to come up with a legitimate place to keep all of these weapons where you will not be considered very suspicious. Do you just have really big pockets on your suit?
Alright, well, my
I like
suit
to
is
just-
obviously not regular suit because,
Keep the shotgun in the old
Illegal
prison
activity.
hole, you know? God, do not.
Alright, I'm gonna say that I do have my rifle with me. Obviously, I'm going after the bear, and I have that in, like, a sort of sling on my back, along with my baseball bat, and my revolver is hidden in my suit.
So you're full on Terminator right now.
Yeah,
So Owen, not only do you see this guy in a kind of weird-looking suit walking down the road, but he is fully armed.
That would have been better to know at, like, the whole, like, going to someone's house kind of thing.
well, I
Yeah,
kept it behind me and, like, sort of hidden.
yeah, because you can totally hide a baseball bat and a rifle just sort of in your back.
Yeah.
Yeah, he didn't see it until I was walking away.
I see. Uh-huh.
All right, and I like to think that Ezra has like her like knife like sheathed in her like combat boots or something
Right.
like that.
Oh,
And
you
the
gotta,
Yeah,
like,
if
in your
anybody
sock.
crosses,
And the revolver.
if
is in
anybody
the other
crosses me,
boots.
I
if
really need
anybody
to stress.
crosses me, I'm gonna nest side B them.
I really need to stress to you guys
No,
though.
that's not it.
This isn't Dungeons and Dragons where you can kill someone and hide the body and no one can stop you. This is the real world where you will get arrested.
Hey, I'm
So
like,
keep that in mind, I guess.
I'm like normal. I'm going to investigate a bear. Of course, I'm gonna bring something to protect myself with.
I
like
have
to
killed
think
people
that Ezra
before.
doesn't get so.
I have
So she
killed
just-
and will kill again.
I am an eternal boy. But yeah, I'm.
Travis Patrick.
I'm headed towards the highway.
Okay.
I think I tell Ezra, like, keep your eye on the right side of the road. I'm gonna keep my eye on the left, and we see if we can see the bear rumbling around in the woods.
Okay. What about you, Manny?
Me, I just
He's
continue walking, looking out for anything suspicious.
He starts
Okay.
sketching.
So you two reach the intersection of East 5th Street and the highway at this point. Are you going on the highway out of town towards the soccer fields or back into town?
I think towards the soccer fields makes more sense.
So you're leaving town for this one. Okay. What about you, Manny?
Alright, so... Is there woods nearby?
Yeah, you're sort of surrounded by woods.
Surrounded by woods. Alright, well, I'm going to continue heading south into the woods. Into the woods and
Uh,
south.
Hold on. I'm on that good street view right now. You're gonna have to go on the highway a little bit to get to the woods.
Okay, I can do that. Do I need to
Okay.
roll safety or something so I don't get hit by a car?
No, I think you just sort of get in there. So you're now just sort of walking through the brush here on the side of the highway. Yeah, okay. So you guys drive down here for a little while. You pass the soccer fields and you get to the intersection of Harmony Road, which is, I don't know, maybe like half a mile down the
Dude,
highway.
I'm having flashbacks to Harmony Road in West Grove, and it's like, oh, I've spent too much time on that road.
And by the way, this is Isaac and Ezra.
Yeah.
Since Manny's walking, it'll take him a lot longer to get here.
Ha! Should have
So
sketched.
you two,
Should have gotten
You
the car,
two-
fucker.
you two reach the intersection of Harmony Road, and suddenly this huge, just mass of something big and black and scary runs across the road in front of you,
like,
right in front of the car, and it looks like you're about to hit it. What do you do?
is it quadrupedal? Is it on all
Yes,
fours?
it's on four legs.
No, I value my car. I think I do kind of like one of those, like, drift, like, turn a bit stops, and then I jump out of the car and run after it.
You run after this giant scary bear thing.
Not run after it, but, like, run over towards the edge of the woods.
All right.
With
So yeah,
with gun drawn.
Okay. This thing is sort of lumbering backwards.
Back towards me?
No, backwards into the woods while keeping, like, direct contact with you. And in the car's headlights, you can see its face, and you now know why it looked strange on television.
It has a man face.
Because this bear doesn't have a bear's face. You ever see those sort of eldritch drawings of animals with faces that are just a circle of teeth?
Ooh, it's like a leech mouth face.
Yeah, it's like a leech mouth. Yes.
See, I have a question. Does it look like there was a bear body and someone sewed a leech face onto it, or is it more like it's a normal bear and the leech has fur around its mouth?
No, it's a normal bear with everything normal about a bear, except it's really tall and buff. And it also just the face is the leech. The rest of the body and the neck is normal.
This bear has abs.
Oh, mouth.
This bear is from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
No, this bear has a this bear has a this bear has a tight pussy. Okay, yeah, I just kind of watch it with like a gun pointed at it.
This goes on for a little bit. Ezra, you are watching this sort of standoff here. What do you want?
Let me think. Give me a minute. Sorry, I looked up something and then I got distracted. I want to step out of the car, but part of me wants to not draw a gun quite yet, but stay by the edge of the road, but not go this way. Or is freaking Isaac?
That's my name.
Yeah. So yeah, you're sort of sitting there, like, knife drawn, I think, next to the car, but not necessarily near the bear thing yet.
Mm-hmm.
And this is when Manny shows up. So it's getting dark at this point, and Manny, you see this car sort of backwards, sideways on the road.
Alright,
And it's those same people who flipped you off earlier.
And this lanky ass gruff dude just holding a shitty revolver.
This lanky ass gruff dude, just holding a shotgun.
And an emo girl.
No, I'm not holding a shotgun. I am holding a pissy revolver.
A pissy revolver. And
Okay.
and significantly behind him near the car is a younger punk girl holding a knife. And in front of them is the bear you saw on TV, but you can't quite see its face yet. What do you do?
Okay, well, upon seeing these two holding weapons, I run and hide behind the car as I pull out my rifle.
Okay. Ezra, you notice this guy.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to do anything about that, or just
What?
sort
I
of-
can't roll for stealth or anything?
No.
There isn't really a stealth roll, no. You could...
You're
That's alright.
hiding behind our car. Like...
Yeah, I don't think there's a situation where Ezra wouldn't notice you.
1 second, give me a minute.
Maybe because she was distracted by the giant leech bear.
Nah.
Isaac definitely wouldn't notice me.
I would not. I am locked.
Isaac, I think, is a bit preoccupied, but Ezra notices you.
Yeah.
So, Ezra, you
Ezra's
notice...
paranoid and so
I think-
whenever she hears a noise, she looks towards it. So
I think I see
So,
I little bit of movement out of my eye, but I'm like, whatever. It's probably a bird.
okay.
Or
So,
Ezra
Ezra, you
being
notice this
dumb
guy sort of
shit.
hiding behind the car. What do you do about that one?
he's holding a rifle, right?
Mm-hmm.
Frig. I'm going to say, hey, Dumar Fick, go shoot Big Bear.
Da.
I love that accent. Please
Yeah,
keep
it's,
that up.
It's definitely Russian.
I tried.
It's close enough. Let her live. Okay.
I'm also trying to speak German while not knowing how to speak German.
Okay. Manny, what are you doing here?
Alright, so from that, I can't
Killing.
tell. I can't really tell that she's speaking to me. I still think that I'm hiding.
I think she's gesturing like the bear.
Yeah, I'm picturing this as like you look at her like, what the hell are you saying? And she's like, yeah, this is right there.
Und bear.
Bear!
Okay, I step
Leech
closer
bear!
Hoyas
and try to
Bjerkules.
get a good look at the bear.
And you what?
I step closer and try to get a good look at the bear.
Okay. And you now also see its big, evil leech face. And it's been a good, solid minute now. And, Isaac, what are you doing at this point?
I am just stalemate, waiting for this bear to make a move.
Okay.
Completely still, and I need to add smiling at the fact that my hunch was right. That
Okay.
this was not.
I do
the
have
normal
one
bear.
quick question, just for a little bit of context. Is this your first monster hunt? Have you done this before? Because you seem oddly calm about the situation.
I think because of like my abilities, I'm pretty desensitized to it. But
Like you've seen weird shit before.
yeah,
But you've never outright gone out monster hunting.
no.
Okay, and I'm assuming this is the same for you, Manny?
No, I have had no, or I've had some previous experience, but it was
Turn
all
it down,
on
please.
accident. So this is
Right,
the
because
first.
you were
time
hired
I've-
to kill that one guy.
Yeah.
Right,
So
okay.
this is me looking forward on my own to learn more.
Alright. Isaac, you see, after a little while, this thing slowly start to tense up and get into a stance that looks like it's ready to spring. And I'm gonna give you like just a split second of action, like act on your first instinct.
Ooh, I'm gonna go with I'm gonna go with Fire Blast. Like a, I think
You're gonna blast it with fire with your magic?
Yeah, I think I just real quick like, cause I'm holding this revolver with both hands to like stay steady. I like pull my one hand away because I know this gun isn't gonna do shit at a charging bear, and I just kind of motion forward and just whoosh.
Okay,
And
okay.
I'm gonna.
What?
Should I roll to kick some ass?
Yeah, roll to kick some ass. And then didn't we decide on some separate thing for your magic?
Yes, that
What else are you rolling for here?
I'm also gonna end up rolling act under pressure. So
Yes, also roll act under pressure.
I rolled a 6 on the Fire Blast, and
On kick some ass.
yeah,
Okay.
and for act under pressure, another 6,
Another. Oh god.
which are both
okay.
fails if I'm not mistaken.
Which are both fails. Okay.
Could I possibly get
you-
a help out here? Hey, can someone help me out here?
It's not in my character to help.
I think it's
Nope.
in Kiara's.
let me describe this scene here really quick before anything happens. This bear is about to pounce on you, and you step forward and reach your hands out, and nothing happens. And then you feel your hands start to turn back on you, and for a second you are not in control of your body, and you shoot a fireball backwards. And I'm gonna need Ezra and Manny to roll act under pressure to avoid this random fireball blast.
Okay, wait. Give me a minute.
Okay.
So 2d6 plus cool.
Shit.
2d6 plus cool.
I have
Okay,
minus
I
one
have
cool.
a total of 5 plus 2, that's 7.
7, okay.
Wait, roll again. Sorry, I'm stupid.
You roll plus cool.
Oh, roll
Yeah,
that
but what die?
2d6. Every roll is going to be 2d6.
Mm-hmm.
I rolled the 9 plus my modifier.
Which was a -1, so it's an 8.
It's a -1.
No, plus
Two.
modifier. I rolled a 10 and then I minused it, so it's a
Oh,
9.
okay.
Neither of us rolled good.
You both rolled mixed successes, so that's
You
fine.
both got a mixed success. So I have to give you a worst outcome, hard choice, or a price to pay. Ezra, I'm gonna say your hard choice is either you hit the car and hurt your side as you sort of run into it, or you get singed by the fire. Because you can't quite make it out of the way.
Singed as in like burned or like.
Like, it gets a good chunk of your body, but not enough to do, like, serious damage.
Oh, I'm gonna hurt my side then as I like run at the car.
Okay. So, you are gonna take 1 harm from that, but you managed to get just enough out of the way that the fire doesn't hit you.
Wait, so I turned around and blasted fire at them, not at myself, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I just want to make sure.
Do I add that onto my sheet right now? Like the one.
Yeah, make sure that you take 1 away from your health. I think the maximum health 5, right?
1 sec, let me check. I'm grabbing a pencil.
Right, unless you have some armor that you didn't tell me about.
I don't think I have harm.
Alright.
My harm. Okay, Frig.
Ah, shit.
What?
So do I have
You
the
know
same
what?
choice?
Yeah, well, they're coming up with that. Manny. You, since you're on the other side of that, have a
Hey, can
price to pay.
Hold on.
And that it...
I have
yes,
a thing to say.
Owen.
I totally forgot to add that I have not my fault, which is +1 to act under pressure when dealing with my own consequences, like to my spells. So it should have been a mixed success. But I'll go with the fail because that's on me.
Okay.
Sorry, guys.
Manny, you get a price to pay, and that is that when you jump out of the way, the rifle comes out of your hands and it lands several feet away from you. So you are now do not have your rifle.
Okay.
Okay. And this bear is still there, by the way. So Owen, upon coming back into yourself and regaining control of your powers, I guess, you turn just in time to see this bear pounce on you, and you see some sort of green liquid leave its weird leech face. And I'm gonna have you also act under pressure to avoid that.
Alright, while I'm rolling this, does this thing have eyes by chance?
No eyes.
Okay, I rolled an 8.
You rolled an 8?
Yeah, plus modifier.
Where's that come? This stuff hits your shoulder, and it hurts like hell, and you take 1 harm from it, because what you were just hit with is acid.
Hey, is that 1 harm ignore armor?
No, don't ignore armor. Wait, you have armor?
Yeah, I have my enchanted clothing.
You did not tell me about your enchanted clothing.
I have told you about my enchanted clothing.
No, you didn't!
I told you about my magic parka!
Oh, fuck your magic parka. Where did you get your magic parka?
The parka store.
I like to think that I made it when I was younger, back when I could actually control it.
Okay, that's fair.
So
yeah,
So I think...
-1 harm, but it hits your parka, so you don't take any?
Yeah, I think it slightly damages the parka, and I'm like, fuck.
Okay.
My parka!
Alright, so this thing is still standing in front of you guys, and Ezra and Manny, you two are laying on the ground. Oh, and you have just a little bit of acid on your shoulder, but you didn't take any harm from it.
Wait, has it not, like, dissolved, or is it just pulling up on my shoulder?
It's dissolving.
Okay.
And this bear prepares to pounce on you once more. And then you hear a shotgun blast. And the bear freezes and falls to the ground, and you see that it was hit right in the back of the head. And behind it, you see a couple of figures silhouetted in the headlights of the car. And Ezra, you recognize one of them.
Shit.
This is the woman this is a silhouette that you saw in your vision.
Okay. I thought you were about to be like, it's a scientist from Germany. And I was about
It's a scientist from Germany. No, this is too early in the game for that. So, you see 2 figures. One, taller, clearly a man in a big trench coat, and the other.
It's me in 7th grade.
It's you in middle school.
No, this guy is clearly like a lot older. Like maybe in his 40s or so. And the person next to him is a shorter woman with long hair, and you can tell from her silhouette that she is holding a shotgun. And she steps out of the light, and you can make out her features. She's wearing a warm-looking sweater and a hat.
Is it a
And
turtleneck kind of sweater?
It's a turtleneck kind of
Fuck
sweater.
yeah.
And they both look to be maybe in their mid-40s. And the woman looks at you two, and she says, "Okay, so we weren't expecting you guys here. What the hell?"
I think I look up now. I'm like, "Hey, can you get the bear off me?" You shot. I think the bear's like spitting up on my parka a bit, like I'm leaking a bit more, and I'm like,
Yeah. She sighs.
I mean, I could burn it, but
She says, "Mark, could you get this?" And the taller figure says, "Yeah, I'll get it." And he steps out of the spotlight, and he picks up the bear
Thanks, Mark.
and throws it into the woods.
Yeah, Mark.
And he sort of dusts off his hands, and he says, "Yeah, just..." And he just sort of steps back. The woman says, "No, really, what the hell are you people doing?"
I don't even want to try and explain. I just want to do a little foosh in my hand. Not like an attack roll, but just like a little poof of fire.
A little poof of fire? That's pretty small, so I'm not going to make you act under pressure.
Okay.
So you hold out your hand in a little poof of fire.
Fuck, math. 9. That's a 9.
I said I'm not going to make you act under pressure.
No, that's for weird. So.
Oh, that's for weird?
Yeah.
So yeah, then it totally worked. Wait, does it say that you have to do like something bad if you get a mixed success on that?
I think it's just like it's probably just like a bit weaker than I meant, or some shit.
It's a bit weaker than you meant, yeah. The man looks at the woman and he says, "Jane, do you know what this is?" And she says, "I have no fucking idea."
You guys sound tired.
They are. And you see behind them now that they must have shown up in this big old truck. And they're like, or Jane says, all right, we get in the truck.
Hey,
And she's addressing all of you.
I have an important question.
Yes.
Did my car get damaged?
Yes,
a little bit. It's
giant
dented,
dent.
I'd say.
Ezra made a giant dent when she ran into
Yeah, I think.
her ass of steel just broke
Wait,
it.
did they said to get in the truck?
They said to get in the truck.
Was there enough room for all of us?
Except for, Manny, they do not see you
Okay.
because of the way that you are positioned here.
Alright, well. Can I get my rifle without them noticing?
Yeah? Yeah, sure.
Alright, well, I retrieve my
Better not
rifle,
fucking shoot
put
me
it back.
again.
No, I'm putting it back, alright? I sense no danger.
Okay.
And then I decide to follow them.
So to follow them? Okay.
Yes.
In the car.
Ezra and Isaac, do you get in the car?
Yeah, I'm gonna ask him if I can just tailgate him with my car, because I don't want to leave the car behind.
Okay, the woman who used him to be Jane says, "Yeah, but I don't want them knowing we're... Yeah, you can tailgate us, just... Yeah, okay."
I look at her with like the... Did I do something wrong? Like, I think I asked, like, did I do something to piss you off? Like...
She says, "Listen, you two, it's been a long day, and you are in the exact wrong place here. So, I'm gonna have you two get in the truck, or one of you can get in the truck and the other one can tailgate us. And we're gonna explain what the hell is going on here to...
I
Or,
don't know if I trust them.
Or
have no.
we're gonna
reason.
do something we really don't want to do here.
Shit.
Kill or be killed, and I get in the car.
I want to get in the I imagine that Owen has a van. Not gonna lie, I feel like.
Yeah, no, it's an SUV. It's a
I
mommy
wanna-
car.
I do not want to get in the truck then.
So what exactly are you telling them? Because they're heading towards the truck.
Oh shit.
I
Oh,
ride
no.
in the car. I
I'm
ride in the
going
car.
to.
Da. Yes. Yes,
I'm
please.
going to ride in the car. see you guys there.
And you do the little like the like close hand wave thing.
What do you mean?
Like when you like close your hand, like bye bye.
Oh, when you like freaking. Oh, I understand what you mean.
Oh, I know what it is.
Okay. All right. So you two follow this truck for a while. You go down East 5th Street past all these different stores and end up on the other side of town.
Do I recognize it?
Recognize what?
Do I know this area, or is this like a?
Yeah, it's one of the main roads going through town, so I'd
okay.
say you recognize it. And you keep following this road until you get to a small building on Poplar Street. And you turn into the driveway of this. You can't quite tell. It looks like if a warehouse was significantly smaller, but it's definitely not a normal house.
So it's just like a storehouse.
Sort of, yeah. And you're taken in here, and they sort of park the car next to it. And there's a woman standing outside of this place. She has sort of long hair, and fuck, I'm blanking so hard right now.
Big tits.
She has big titties. She has long blonde hair, and she's wearing a lot of makeup.
Milf.
And she says, Jane, who are these guys? And she sort of turns to you, Isaac, and she's like, do you know Jane?
I kind of wave at her like, hello.
We can't see you, Owen.
They can't?
No, we can't.
No, I wave at her.
Okay. And she's like, okay, yeah, sure. And she turns to Jane and she says, there's no one else in there. I'm just sort of keeping watch. You can head in with whoever these guys are. I do want to ask Manny, are you still following them?
Yes, but I'm out of breath because I'm trying to keep up with the car.
You're fucking sprinting.
Yeah, he's Terminator running and then just like loses it.
Absolutely insane.
Yeah,
Alright.
so I catch up like a little after this just happened.
I like how you
Alright.
you could have just like been like, oh hey dude, like you're the dude who flipped me off, and we would have totally brought you with us. I would have at least.
Okay. Mark. Mark opens the door to this
Oh hi Mark.
warehouse. What?
Sorry.
Oh hi, Mark.
My mom laughed in the back.
He opens the door to this warehouse, and it's pretty much completely dark inside. And he sort of ushers you guys to go in before him.
I kind of cautiously step in. Like, because okay, in real life, I have a fear of, like, big, wide open, like, empty spaces. Especially if I can't see what's in them. Because I'm always freaked out that there's, like, someone there. Not a fear of the dark. Just like, if I was put in, like, an empty stadium with all the lights off, I'd be having a fucking panic attack. So I'm, like, really cautiously entering.
Alright.
I'm going to enter behind him, but very cautiously. I'd say that I have my knife in hand, but I know it's a big knife, so I wouldn't want to do that.
Are you, like, huddling behind me, or, like...
I'm very cautiously ready to pull a weapon out of my boot, because that's where all of them are.
out of my boob?
My boot.
Boot!
My boob.
'Cause
Yeah.
I have trust issues.
You have trust issues.
My tit holster.
Manny, I'm assuming you're sort of hiding around the corner.
Yeah, alright, so I get there and I see them go in. I roll to investigate and look for another way in.
Okay, yeah, sure.
Alright, Rooney, 2d6. Okay, I got a 3. Plus, what is it, sharp? 4.
Yes.
Okay.
A whole 4. Yeah. No, you don't find any other entrances. The only one that you can see is the door that the rest of them just walked in through.
Okay, I sigh to myself and decide to knock on the door.
Okay. The rest of y'all, just before we get to the knocking on the door bit, you all enter this very strange, dark building. It's cold inside, but you can't tell anything else.
But I have a parka
And you-
on, so I'm warm.
But the parka was
Only
damaged with
Ezra's.
acid.
That'd be even warmer.
Alright, okay. Alright.
No, I'm pretty
Okay.
sure things that have holes in them are colder.
No, I didn't imagine a hole. I just imagine it did some damage to the exterior.
It like ripped up his coat a little bit.
Alright. And Mark walks a few paces ahead of you, and you hear him flip a light switch, and several lights come on in this warehouse. And you see this place is sort of sectioned off into several bits. There's a sort of makeshift hallway towards your right, where you can see the doors to several rooms. And in the center here, there is, you know, in movies when the conspiracy theorist guy always has like the board with all the strings and pictures and dots on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, they have one of those, but like huge, and it's all over the wall. And to your right, you see several shelves and tables that are absolutely fucking covered in 2 things: newspapers and weaponry. Like, so many guns.
Sick.
And pretty much every newspaper from the last 20 years. And at the back of this sort of whole thing, there is a huge map of the town, and on either side of this map are these super tall bookshelves. And in the center of it all is like this big old table with various papers and such scattered all over it. And Jane walks over to the map on the other, or to the board on the other side of the room, and she moves a couple pieces around, and she takes a post-it note and writes something down and sticks it on there. What are the rest of you guys doing?
What would I be doing? I think I kind of just move over towards the bookshelf
Okay.
and just kind of look at some of the books they've got.
A
I'm
lot of
playing
history.
knock knock by myself.
Knock knock. Yeah, and at this, I just
You're
wanna
telling knock knock jokes to yourself?
Knock knock. Who's there?
Nobody.
I am Rosalie.
A big ass leech bear.
I'll get to you in just a second, Manny. I just want to get through the quick. So, Jane turns to you to and says, "No, really, we can't tell you anything until you tell us what the hell you're doing."
I pull out my little Scooby-Doo lunchbox, and I take out my notes, and I'm like, look,
That woman from outside walks in and she's like, "Yo, holy shit, is that Scooby-Doo?"
fuck yeah,
Fuck yeah.
vintage, 1972.
Okay.
My dad gave it to me.
Alright, and what are you showing Jane from this box?
Oh no, I'm just like flipping through my notes, and I'm like, yeah, I came here a while back after I got kicked out of my house, and I just kind of felt drawn to this town. Thought it might be able to give me some answers about the whole magic fire thing and other such
Jane
elements.
Okay, Jane says, alright. Who else here can do magic, just so we're clear?
Kiara raises her hand.
Wait, what? Sorry, I got
Oh my
the-
god, what are you doing?
Wait. Bring me in.
Yeah. Okay. At this point, you hear a knock on the door.
Okay.
And Mark goes to open it. So
As he's opening it, I'm like, it's probably that dude who flipped it up. Yep.
okay. So yeah, Manny, a very large, imposing man opens the door for you. What do you do?
I'm
I'm
behind, kinda
flipping
waving.
him off again.
I'm behind, kind of waving at him like the jolly fuck you wave.
And Ezra's flipping him off.
I'm coming up with so many names for different waves, and no one can see it, so it's like, yeah.
Manny.
Okay, I ask the large man what he knows about the bear.
No introduction. All right, just going right into it. He says,
What do you know?
Who are you? Why the hell do you want?
I said,
I followed you.
I respond with, my name is Manny, and I'd like to know more about these weird things.
Can I interrupt him?
And point at the two of us.
Shoot bear. Can I interrupt
Yeah.
and say, man,
Yeah.
that is the man who did not shoot bear.
That is the pussy boy.
Okay, I mock
he's a
the German girl
dwarf.
and point to Isaac and say, that is the man who shot me with fireballs so I could not shoot the bear.
Hey,
Are you making fun of you, Murphy?
I look at him and I go, hey, fuck off.
Mark at this point says, all right. Pretty clearly you guys know each other, and he sort of ushers you inside Manny. And Jane says, okay. And now, who else here can do magic?
I raise hand.
Okay, I
half
use...
I half raise my hand. Like,
Okay.
shyly raise my hand, because I don't want...
Yeah, Manny?
I use my charlatan background, and so I roll it. I do the thing where you pull your thumb off, that thing. Okay. Time to roll.
You get punched by the man who can pick up a bear.
Okay, I roll
You
a
get
4 plus my cool. That's what's my cool again? 1. I
Ah,
rolled a
yes.
5.
I'm so glad that wasn't a mixed success.
Okay.
Yeah, you I feel like you try and do it and you just keep fucking up the trick and you keep trying to
No, he does it, but he actually pulls thumb off. Fake
No.
Yeah, you try to do it normally, and then you sort of see blood start seeping from your hand. Like, oh shit.
+4 harm.
plus 6 harm.
I feel like the worst I could do is dislocate my thumb, and then everybody hears a loud pop, and I cry out in pain.
I laugh.
Oh fuck, I accidentally entered Street View. I'm still on Google Maps, yo.
I don't think
Jane looks at
Ezra's
you,
just going
attempting
to-
so desperately this thumb trick, and she says, alright, I'll take that as a no.
I feel like Mark's like chuckling a little bit. Like under his breath.
And, I don't think I'll roll for this, but you, Manny, notice this, that Jane looks at you kind of weird when you walk in. And, okay, and she says, alright, now, can the three of you tell me what you were doing attempting to hunt a monster bear after you were strictly told to stay inside?
It was fun.
I second that. It was
Okay.
fun.
I say I
You were
follow no
nearly
rule.
killed!
Yeah.
Adrenaline. I'm
All-
addicted to the adrenaline.
I actually tell her, I am unharmed. I am completely unharmed. I was not nearly killed. I was the opposite.
Okay.
Oh, I can be like, I saw a premonition. Fuck,
you had
I
a
forgot
vision?
about that. Because I had a vision before it.
Yeah, I sass her. I just give her just a bunch of sass.
Alright. And she turns to you and she says, "All right, what about that? What the fuck was that voice? All right, what about you, man in the suit?
You're
Why
trying to
were
do
you out
Magnus.
here?"
Okay, I say that
Thirst for blood.
no. I say
I
that
have a
I'm
desire to kill.
My name is Manny, and I have a dream. Okay.
I'm sexually attracted to leech bears.
Yeah. I want to.
Let him speak. Let him speak.
Okay. I'm out looking for this. I'm out looking for weird things like monsters because I know that there's more to this world than the surface, and I would like to be involved.
Well, yeah, you got like the mantle, you got the core, you got. I shut up. I shut up
know
as
there's
I'm
more
telling
to
that
it.
joke.
I know there's more to this world, and I need a way in.
All right. I assume the rest of you feel the same way then.
Yeah. I assume the way into the weird is sort of quite literally through that door. I
Yeah.
doesn't seem like
Alright.
doesn't seem like a this place doesn't seem legal. Like it doesn't seem legal to own this many firearms.
It isn't. It isn't. We never got a proper introduction. She walks up to you, Isaac, and holds out her hand to shake your hand. My name is Jane. This here is my partner, Mark. We have been running this organization for 20 years. We seek to
Kill.
fight the supernatural entities that plague this town and the surroundings, and protect the innocents of the town. And since there's no hiding the rest of this shit from you, welcome to the club.
I shake their hands and then I say, "Hey, man, you got look. This is a weird one, but you got any books on weird magic things?"
She says, "I'll tell you what. I will gladly let you talk to the professor in a little bit."
"Fucking sick."
And then she turns to you, Manny, and she says, "So, what do you say, I guess?"
Oh, wait, did me and Ezra both get in just now?
I'm assuming that you two sort of come as a package deal, unless you have
Yeah.
something else to say, Ezra.
No.
She's the left nut, I'm the right nut. Together we make
Now
a
I don't
package.
have to hang out with this Dumar freak.
Hey,
I like how you guys don't know what I'm saying still, and I'm gonna keep it that way.
you said dumb fuck.
No, I did not.
Yes, you did.
You're close.
I thought
but
she
did
said
not.
dumb thought.
No,
I
it's
thought you said
Dumar
tumor
Freak,
freak.
Wait, did you say feek or fook?
It's Dumar Freak. And it's German, and you got half of it right, but it's not all the way right.
Yeah, it's dumb.
No, it's not.
No.
We're not having this
Okay.
conversation right now, guys.
Okay, so can I roll to read a bad situation like whenever I want?
Theoretically, but you're gonna have to tell me what you're looking for here.
Okay, so I noticed that the lady is a little weird around me, and so I make prolonged eye contact, kind of squint at her a little. And I roll to see if I recognize her.
She sees you recognize her. Okay.
Yeah, as
Oh, you
in,
called me
like, read a
stupid
bad
fuck.
situation.
Yes, I
Yeah,
did.
and while he's doing this, those two are having this conversation.
I'm googling.
Alright, I
You're on your
roll.
phone just tapping away.
I think my app is broken. I rolled a 3.
Yeah.
Plus,
I like to think that I've been calling
Yeah,
you
I don't
that
recognize
whole
her.
time. Owen, and you haven't known
You
until
haven't been
now.
rolling a D4 by chance, have you?
No, D6.
Okay.
The cube? It's the cube, right?
Yeah, the cube one. The cube
Okay.
one. 2 of
The
them.
cube.
Okay, just... Wait. It's not possible. No, isn't it? No, it's possible to roll a 3 on 2d6. Okay.
Yeah, 1 and a 2.
Wait, so okay. So she asked if you recognized her?
No, I'm trying to see if I recognize her, and I don't recognize her.
And you
Okay.
do not recognize her now.
It's your brother in disguise.
It's Danny DeVito.
It's Danny DeVito.
It's
It's me!
It's Owen himself.
It's me in disguise, and I pull off the wig.
No.
No, you don't!
Actually. She says, what's your name? What's your name, kid?
Me?
No, Manny.
Okay.
I say, my name is Manny, just like I told you.
Alright. And she holds out her hands to you.
You start sweating profusely.
I pretend to ignore that.
Me?
You just pretend. Okay.
Sorry, I completely ignore her. Her hand
Completely
gesture,
ignore her.
Whatever. I just continue to make eye contact.
I'm imagining you staring just into her soul.
I just imagine you start Terminator running, but in place.
like showing off. hey.
That's how you say hi to people. You just Terminator.
Hey, Mark.
Crime bosses have their own language.
Hey, I got a question from Mark.
Yeah. Mark is sort of looking over his weaponry.
Hey man, you totally sure you want to take that dude in? He seems like a little shifty. I mean, I guess we kind of all are, but...
Oh boy, the crooked is shifty. I never would have guessed.
He says, listen, I can tell just from looking at him, this guy's had a shit past. But the only options here are let him join the club or wipe his fucking memory. And I haven't done that since the 80s, and I don't want to do it again.
Oh shit! We can Men in Black him? Is that a thing that we can do?
You can't Men in Black him.
Yeah, well,
They can.
We as an individual, not an individual, we as a group, like as a whole,
yes,
will have the ability.
Men in Blacking someone, as it were, is canonical in this.
Okay.
Fuck yeah.
But you'd have to wipe a lot of memory because I have a history of violence and I'm well armed right now. And if I just happen to be in a room full of strangers, that might not end well for you guys.
We have a table of guns! And a magic boy!
and a magic boy.
Well, you're like a... is witchcraft
but
and
I'd
magic
get at
the
least
same?
one.
Okay, yeah. Alright, let's continue with the scene.
Okay.
Apologies.
So Jane looks in one of the cabinets under the tables full of weaponry, and she pulls out this giant map of Mount Carmel and the surrounding area. And she lays it out over the table. And she beckons the rest of you all over.
Yep.
And she says, alright, so we are a group called the Carmel Coalition.
I saw you slip into Kepler.
Shut up!
Or heard.
Shut up! The Carmel Coalition, I've given you all the whole we seek to protect spiel. But the deal of it is, along with protecting Carmel, we have been attempting to find the source of all of the monsters that seem to plague our town and the surrounding areas. So I'm hoping that since we have a couple more people on task force, that you all will be able to help out with that. But in the meantime, these things seem to show up about once every month, so we'll need your help in fighting them. We have a couple people here, too, at the Coalition warehouse that we need to protect as well.
Hey, this is a DM question. Is it possible that I could roll, Investigate a Mystery just to see if there's any locations on the map that would seem like obvious places to me? Will you
Define
allow that?
obvious.
Like, are there any places that I'm like, okay, that's a go, like, if I roll, like, a 12, I'd be like, okay, there's, like, 5 ghost towns here. Those could be good spots.
Yeah, I mean, there's a couple ghost towns, nearby. I mean, there aren't that many ghost towns, aside from Centralia, but we've been over that one. There's a couple smaller towns nearby, Bear Gap, Fisher Tail, and Fountain Springs are all circled as possible places.
Is Centralia not circled?
It is not circled.
I just kind of plopped my finger down on it. And I'm like, hey, have you guys like not investigated the obvious?
Centralia is
Weird.
not obvious,
But it's
Jane
like,
says. And for the record, we have investigated. We haven't found anything.
how long has it been since you investigated?
Couple of years, I'd say. It was actually one of the first spots we went to. We figured, creepy ghost town, may as well have monsters coming from it. But aside from a couple of hicks and tourists who just wanted to check the place out, we didn't find
hicks.
much.
Well, I say we should probably hit up all the spots that you guys haven't visited in a while, because, I mean, shit can change. They could have moved.
Mark looks at you kind of weird. He's like, do you know something we don't? Because you're acting pretty focused on Centralia here.
Look, I've always wanted to visit.
Well, then you can go on your free time.
Yeah, I will.
Do the rest of you have anything to say to this?
I
Not
say
really.
I'm in. I don't say why, but the reason is because this reminds me of the brighter side of my work. Like,
Of visiting cool abandoned towns with the dude that flipped you off?
no,
Or,
the part where she said about keeping the community safe.
oh, damn. Oh, you're not like a JoJo Mafia, you're like a Bungie of Stray Dogs Mafia. Like,
God, I wish I knew what
like,
you could say.
Like, you
both extremes.
okay, you do crimes, but you do it and also protect people, kinda.
Yeah, but you guys don't know that yet. You guys just think I'm a shady individual.
Just a real wacky boy.
This shady individual says he's in, so, yep.
Who dislocated his thumb in front of you, claiming he could do magic.
Which, by the way, I got, like, I think everyone was kind of off-put by that, by, like, you failing. I lost it. Because as a real magic boy, I'm like, yep. Man, this is the worst possible time for you to guys do the silence after I tell a bad joke.
Yeah, you're probably right.
The worst possible media.
Okay,
Okay.
what happens next?
Okay. Jane leads all of you into one
Her
of
bedroom.
the rooms in the back of the warehouse. And she opens the door, and you ever see one of those old-fashioned elevators that are like made of fence stuff?
Made of
Oh
what?
yeah, I know.
You know,
I know what
like
you're talking about.
yeah.
Wait, made of...
Um,
oh, you're talking about like the kind of like lifts that you'd have in like a mine or some shit?
sort of, yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
And she says, and since you're here, there's something you all should see. So, and you all get in?
Mm-hmm. Please tell me there's a
Okay.
big... Please tell me it goes down and there's a big cat in a big hole.
It's not a fucking big cat.
I want big
Owen.
cat.
There's no big cats.
Baby, big animal.
No big animal. I mean, there might be. I haven't given much thought to this.
I
I'm
want
gonna be real with
horse-sized
y'all.
ferret.
I'm gonna be real with y'all. I thought you would take way longer on the big bear thing, and I wouldn't have to do this part. So
Keep going. You gotta plan two sessions ahead.
Okay. So you two are taken down to this elevator shaft. And you reach the bottom, and the door is open. And I'm just curious, what do you all expect to see
I
when you reach the bottom?
I expect to see a cat that can make magical items.
Ezra?
What do I?
I don't know.
Which is to say, I expect nothing, really. I don't know what I expect.
Alright, that was a shitty question.
Yeah.
Just agrees with me.
Yep.
That was shitty. You all reach the bottom here, and the door is open into this huge expanse. It's underground, so all the lights are artificial and stuff. But it looks almost like I don't know, sort of like a college campus, but cooler. It has a huge domed ceiling with like balls of light just sort of floating over it, illuminating the entire room.
Everyone's walking around with shades on. Which is really, really stupid because they're all underground.
In the center of the entire thing is this small garden with a fountain in the center. And surrounding that are several normal-looking buildings. You see one that looks like a library, you see a couple of houses, and one just big column towards the back.
Like going all the way up?
Yeah, like going all the way up. And there's a couple of people just sort of milling about. But the more you look at these people, they look sort of strange. A couple of them have what look like ram's horns coming out from the top of their head. Others have pointed ears or strange-looking skin. And they all sort of stop and take notice of you all as you walk down there. What do you guys do?
I sort of... Oh, fuck, what's the lady's name?
Jane.
I sort of tap her on the shoulder. I'm like, is this some kind of, like, weird underground furry convention or some shit?
It's not a furry convention, Isaac. These are the descendants of the house... I didn't come up with a name. Shit.
The House of Anubis.
House of Anubis.
Do not go with that
The
name.
house in the middle of our house, in the middle of our house, in the middle of our house.
Underneath our house.
These are the descendants of the House of Sajin. And those are just some letters I just put together. And
Did she say that, or is that...
What?
This-
No.
this-
No, that was me telling you that Sajin is just some letters I put together.
Is that the name for... No, I'll let you continue.
Let me finish my monologue.
I'll let you
maybe
continue
you'll
your
find out.
monologue! What's
These
Kiara
are the
type?
descendants of the House of Sajin. And Sajin... Oh, that's good. Not how I spelled it, but yeah.
Asian.
And Sajin was...
Sassy.
Yeah, Sassion. Continue.
Sorry.
Continue, please.
Sajin was one of the ancient gods who ruled over this universe. And when he died, he spread parts of his sort of existence across the world, and people who were affected by that had descendants who ended up looking like this, with strange magical or animalistic features. And they've had to live in hiding for a long time, but this is where we get sort of ancient myths like satyrs and centaurs. But yeah, but this place here is pretty much their only sanctuary. We find people like this from all over. They're drawn to the magical presence here, and this is their home. Some of them have never even left the dome. Are you watching YouTube?
No, I was trying to turn off...
I'm not talking to you.
Oh.
Kiara. What?
No, that sound was coming through mine.
That was coming through you?
Yeah, because my mom,
Shit.
every time she leaves my room, decides, oh, I'm gonna piss off Owen by putting Modern Family on.
Oh, okay.
Which, horrible show, by the way. But, okay, is this like a town-sized cave, or is this like...
It's not a town. Like, if you can picture, like, a really cool-looking college campus.
Okay, so what I'm imagining is almost like a underground park. kind of.
Kinda. Yeah, but with buildings and stuff.
Yeah, like a college campus.
Like a college campus.
Yeah, and then there's just a bunch of glowstone blocks at the ceiling.
Yeah.
Every time you mention something and start describing it, I'm just gonna add like a college camp.
Yeah, I flip my redstone lantern on.
Oh, Jesus Christ. They have all these lights so that zombies don't spawn.
Yeah, or scout. Yeah, you don't want to get a creeper in a
Mm-mm.
especially when
Not
you're working
down
on a big
here.
underground project like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't worry, they have keep inventory on.
That's fucking
So,
cheating.
and behind you, the elevator shaft actually opens, and that blonde woman that you saw outside steps through, and Jane says, "Oh, and I forgot to mention, some of the people here got the enchanter to give them disguises so that they can leave the dome if they so wish, but many actually choose not to. Jessica, if you would be so kind as to show these people your true form." And Jessica sort of sighs and says, "Do I have to? I like this one. I like having blonde hair."
We can dye it.
She says, "No, really." And then and Jane just sort of gives her a look and she sighs. And she takes off a necklace that she was wearing. And as she unclasps it and holds it in front of her, her hand grows larger and it starts to become sort of covered in fur. And you look up and this pretty blonde-haired woman that was standing before you is now Bigfoot.
I can't make I'm not gonna laugh, but I can't make reference to a very obvious correlation that someone knows
This isn't based off Barclay.
is.
Like a college campus.
Yeah. Everyone.
And she looks like a college campus.
she turns into the Philly fanatic. Oh my god! The Philly fanatic is a cryptid.
Which one of it was you who said that I really had to Jersey Devil?
That was me.
That was you? I don't have a Jersey Devil plan, so you'll have to
No,
wait till next time.
I didn't say you have to incorporate the Jersey Devil. I said that like I want the Jersey Devil in Taz.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
I think after seeing a leech bear, I'm like, oh shit.
Yeah, how are the rest of you reacting to this?
Ezra doesn't
I'm
care.
freaking out on the inside, but like, I'm
Freaking out in like a
maintaining my
fanboy
cool.
way, or freaking out in like a...
No, I mean, like, I've never seen magic before. I've never seen anybody shoot a fireball out of their hand. I've never seen leech-faced bears. And I've never seen Bigfoot or a city full of Bigfoot-like creatures.
Didn't you
But, you know,
murder a
I'm fine.
vampire?
Yeah, but I didn't know it was
But
a vampire until
Vampires
after.
look like people.
That's fair. Okay.
Yeah.
Ezra isn't phased, and she's like, I live with bear all the time.
I'm not...
Basically Bigfoot.
I'm not hairy.
He's a twink.
No, I'm like a normal person.
Oh, I'm like a normal
Ezra
person.
just is kind of mean.
I punch her in the arm.
Hey.
I have a few questions. One, what happened to the
One.
clothes?
To the what?
To her clothes.
They disappeared.
I asked what's up with the clothes.
She says they're part of the disguise. I've never worn.
Oh.
And she puts the necklace back on, and the clothes grow back on.
Huh.
Huh. Is that your only question?
I mean,
Jesus.
I ask her to go back into Bigfoot mode.
Do I have to? I don't.
If you don't wanna, but I think it'll be worth your time.
Okay, she takes off her necklace again.
I give her a hug and I'm like, yeah. Because she's all fuzzy.
She's just sort of standing there, like, huh.
Has she like never
And then
been
she
hugged?
Probably not. And then she pushes you away and puts on.
Alright, that's all I wanted. Thank you. That was kind of a
Alright.
bucket list thing.
Jane says, thanks, Jessica. I just wanted to make sure they were aware of that one. Yeah. No, you guys can spend a little bit of time down here. That bear should disintegrate. We're still working on figuring out what the bodies of these monsters are made of, but they tend to just sort of disappear after 24
Hey,
hours.
where's...
I have an idea. What about a bear and a leech?
What?
Sorry. They're like,
What?
like, I don't know what these bodies are made of. How about a bear
Oh.
and a leech?
Okay.
I have a question for anyone.
Uh-huh.
Where you guys mentioned like the enchanter? Where's that individual?
Oh, the enchanter, and oh, you want
I want to what?
The professor.
to see the professor?
Yeah. Can I kind of see
Okay.
both of them because they both seem very important?
Well, they're both busy, I must assume. Let me take you to the professor. He makes good first impression. And she starts leading you. Actually, I think Jessica starts leading you towards the library. Do Ezra or Manny want to go anywhere?
Yes, I follow.
Yes, I follow because this professor guy sounds pretty strong. He sounds tough.
Yeah, I see her like leading me, and I imagine her to be jolly, like kind of like a sort of happy individual.
Just a happy individual.
Yeah, so I'm
Yeah,
imagining
I'd say so.
I'm imagining she's
She's-
kind of
she's
smiling
like
a little bit
She's all the aspects of like a bitchy white girl, but
without the bitchy.
with all the bitch taken out.
I'm just imagining like she's like grabbing my hand and like really fastly walking and just smiling, and then I see them behind me. I'm like, don't
Yeah.
fucking cock block me. No, I'm not.
Do you have a fucking crush on
What?
Bigfoot?
No,
Excuse
I don't
me?
have a crush on Bigfoot yet.
She's
Yeah.
She's too jolly for Ezra.
She's
She's
too
too
jolly.
jolly.
She's too jolly
She's
for
like
any of
you.
us.
She's just like Ezra's just like ew.
We're the bummer boys. We're all sad.
You're the bummer boy.
Trace bummer boys.
That's your name now. No more Carmel Coalition. You're just the bummer boy.
No, I think
The
us
ragtag
three.
bummer.
Us
The
three.
ragtag bummer gang.
Bummer gang, bummer gang. Sorry.
Bummer gang.
Free gang. Yeah. So I'm just like trying to keep up with her. I think.
Okay. She leads you towards the library, and opens the door very like I don't know how loudly a door can be opened, but she opens it as loudly as she can.
She holds the door and just waits it open.
She
and
just
like,
kicks
the
it
doorknob
down.
Bashes into
She
the doorknob
uses.
bashes into the other wall, and it just leaves a hole where the handle is.
She uses sound to explode the door.
She just touches it, and it just disintegrates, and it makes the giant boom.
I'm just imagining someone tapping it and then it just goes poof and just shatters into sawdust.
But the saw is as it falls, it's in the form of a smiley face because she's so happy.
Okay, we're
Yeah.
making our own little headcanon here. Let's stop.
Sorry.
Okay. She opens the door and she yells, "Alex! I found new people!"
You didn't find us.
And and you hear some rustling from the just insane amounts of bookshelves here. You didn't think there could be this many bookshelves in a relatively small library, but like, it's huge. And then from a stack
I'm
of books,
very happy at the books.
yeah, and then from the stack of books in the back of the shop, or in the library, you see a man sort of poke his head out from the back, and he's like, oh shit, there's more of them! And he sort of like stumbles his way out through the stacks, and he rushes up to you and holds out his hand, and he says, I'm Professor Alex. I'm the librarian here.
I am library.
I'm the library.
I am the library.
I
I
am
mean,
the
I mean,
library.
I'm sure he's read most of the books, so he probably just could be a human library at this point.
He just pulls books out of his.
How do you know he's a human?
Oh, good point.
Did
No
you
one
just
here is
assume?
human.
He's a being library.
He and I library.
He and the library are one.
I give him a big handshake and I'm like, hey buddy, I might have some books to check out depending on what you got in here.
He's like, fuck yeah, I like this guy. And I need to stress to you that this guy is, like, pretty old. Like,
How
not
old?
super old, but he's pretty old.
How old?
Like in his 60s, probably.
Fuck.
Okay.
Why fuck?
You know
Date
why?
him.
I do know why. I can make him younger if you want.
No.
No, I'm not gonna.
He'll be my
and
uncle.
he's just be your uncle. He's wearing these huge glasses, and he turns to Jessica and he's like, "I cannot fucking believe that you found new people. It has been so long." And she's like, "You owe me $10."
Yeah, no, I fill him in that she was not the one to find us. just to save him those dollars.
To save him those dollars, Jessica, like, really? I almost got $10 out of it.
I'll
Really?
I'll get you like McDonald's or something.
Okay. And Alex turns to the rest of you and he says, "Oh, well, what are your names? What are you?"
Oh, you cut out.
Shit. He says, what are your names? Why are you here? What's your interest in the library?"
You
He's
know
not
what?
talking to you.
Oh, sorry.
Manny, would you like?
Alright, I say the name's
Terminator.
Manny. I'm just tagging along.
And you start Terminator running in.
He starts Terminator running, but slipping on the mound of books.
Yeah. What
I
about
Terminator
you?
run to the kids section.
Okay.
I went to the kids section.
Looking for the picture books.
The magic
All
tree.
right, have fun there.
The magic tree house.
I have a question, as in like a DM question. Does this
Okay.
place have like candles going? Does it like smell like candles in there?
Yeah, I'm saying there's definitely candles.
Okay, like scented candles, right? Right.
Yeah, scented
Well,
ones.
I feel like
Get
this.
some lavender. You got some lavender there.
You got sandalwood?
The fuck is sandalwood?
It's good. I feel like this is the kind of place where it's like they're definitely not on any maps, so I feel like they kind of try and preserve as much electricity because they gotta pay a hefty sum. So candles would make sense, I think. It's my little headcanon.
I mean, my headcanon is that Ezra freaking likes candles and she wants a candle.
I like candles
So-
in real life. Candles are
Me
nice.
too. I'm just gonna skip the name part and just be like, you got any candles that I could have or buy?
Can I
for
buy
me?"
your candles?
You want some of my candles?
I mean, if you, I will pay you for candles.
Do you have a magic
No,
candle?
no, you don't have to pay me. No.
I feel
This
bad
guy's
for
too
not.
nice.
I feel bad for not paying the old man for a candle.
He says, what do you prefer? Lavender, unscented? I have these ones that burn because I got the enchanter to fix them for
Wait,
me.
burn what? You cut out.
They burn forever. They'd never
Oh,
melt.
Can I take one of
you
those?
enchant your candles with mending.
you enchanted it with mending.
Just perpetual mending.
Yeah. Well, as
No,
long as
he's
you gain
talking
enough
to
experience.
talking to Ezra right now.
I will take forever candle.
Yes, of course. And he hands you a relatively small can. Except it looks like it's been burning for a while, except it just doesn't have any wax dripping from it or anything.
Okay.
All right.
Also, Isaac, I'd like my cheese balls.
Yeah, I pull out the little lunchbox.
And then you set them on fire.
No,
Oh.
I eat the cheese balls. I'm gonna go stroll through the
Smoked
library
cheese ball.
Alright, Ezra's gonna go walk around while she eats cheese balls and just everything out.
All right. I'll get back to you on that one.
Do you get cheese balls on the books?
No,
Cheese dust.
Ezra's a good person.
You're wiping them on your pants.
No, she does. She's just looking. She's not pulling anything out yet.
Okay.
God.
Owen and Manny, are you two looking for?
Me? So is this the type of library that has like, I don't know, artifacts in cases, things like that?
Like a museum?
Yeah, I'd for
Yeah,
sure
I'm
say they
trying
have
to
some
learn.
artifacts stuff.
Yeah, I'm trying to learn as much as I can about this place. That's what I'm looking for.
Yeah, there's a glass case that's filled with a couple of weird-looking rocks and some crystals and stuff.
Alright, yes. I decide to look at the case full of infinity stones.
Yeah,
Okay.
There's a piece of toast in there with perfectly burned on as Jesus' face. And
Okay.
underneath is a little card that has 3 question marks. They can't answer that one.
SCP-308.
Wait, who's... Okay, continue.
Okay, so what exactly are you looking for, placate?
Are you talking to me or
Yes,
Ellen?
you.
I'm talking to you.
Okay. Okay. Me? I'm gonna say that I'm just reading the descriptions on things. But
Okay.
I'm going to be intrigued by anything that has history of this place.
No, there's a couple of... Oh, I'd say there's a couple of rocks that are from, like museums and stuff. There's a couple of them that have sort of like ancient scripts on them from, the Native American tribes that used to live in the area. But, nothing in particular, I'd say.
Okay.
If you don't mind me jumping in,
Mm-hmm.
can I, ask him, hey, what's up with this? Like, the hands and the fire and the other elements? I think this time I demonstrate with, and I'm gonna roll weird. As another 9. I think I make a little, ice crystal in my hand. I'm like, explain!
He says, oh, that's very interesting. So what sort of magic do you have? Is it elemental? Is it specified in a certain range?
I've only really tried elemental.
He says, oh, that's interesting. Well, if you require training, there's a couple of very experienced magic users who I'm sure could help you gain control of your powers.
Do you have any books explaining origins and use or anything?
Honestly, there is no real origin for magic, but there's a couple of books on the theories of where it might have come. If you'd like to check those out, there's a shelf over there that I believe has some, and he points you towards the back of the store.
I pick the oldest looking book.
Oldest looking book? Okay. It is completely written in Latin.
I pick the second oldest looking book.
It is completely written in German.
I pick that one and have a translator, so...
Can we have this conversation, by the way? Do you sort of, find Ezra and you're like, hey, I found this German book.
You chuck it at her and yell translate.
No. I yell transform and it turns into a robot. I walk up to her and I'm like, hey, so I got a little favor to ask, and I want to preface it with, I'll get you one of those big, those big tubs of cheese balls, like the big party barrel looking ones. I'll get you one of those. I need you to read me a bedtime story.
What the fuck?
And I show her the book.
Alright, I don't know what it's gonna say, so someone needs to tell me what it's gonna say.
Okay. The book is titled, Thomas Thane's Theories on the Origins of Magic, loosely translated.
Okay.
There's a lot of really old speech in there, but that's basically what it's saying.
Okay. I'm in a library, so
Yeah.
when they're done with that, can I roll to investigate?
Yeah, he wants to check if any of the books are actually hidden levers.
Alright, yeah, sure.
No, it's just that I'm looking for something really important. I'm looking for some sort of weapon that would give me an edge over non-magic users, as I myself am pretty much a non-magic user, like an Excalibur
But why would there be a
or a
weapon in the library?
Philosopher's Stone.
I'm just saying,
No,
there
I
were
mean,
like
like,
a shit
reading
ton of
about
weapons
one.
upstairs.
Oh,
Not those kinds of weapons.
you want to be an
I'm talking,
alchemist.
No, I want something that will allow me to rule over my fellow man,
Okay.
Why do we
but
have
Give me
like
a
without
second to think
having to
about this.
use magic. A magic weapon that doesn't
So
need me to
so
use
you're
magic.
looking for the nuke button.
Pretty much, yeah. Like-
Um,
I'm gonna go with an Excalibur or an Infinity Gauntlet.
okay. Yeah, I can work with this.
Yeah, that's the sort of thing.
better.
Also, roll to investigate a mystery.
Okay, I roll. Ooh, an 11. Plus
An
the one with the
11?
12.
Alright.
Yep.
You find a book called,
The art of war.
Hidden Magic Items of America. And it's
Okay.
exactly what it says on the cover. The entire book is just a list and descriptions of various magic items in the North American continent. And you find an interesting one that is fabled to be somewhere in the Pennsylvania area, called the Alton Blade.
Alright.
And
the
this is
Alton
a
Blade.
and this is a hidden sword that was supposedly lost by ancient explorers that apparently has some sort of magical power.
Okay. I ask the old man if he knows anything about this sword.
His name is Alex. Um,
Alex.
I'm the only one who hasn't called him an old man yet. I'm trying to be polite to this boy.
I think Owen's desperately holding on to this guy being just a boy.
He's a boy.
He's a boy. God, okay. So what exactly do you say to him? Like, he's looking through some of the stacks, and you sort of walk up to him?
Yes, I say, hey Alex, I'm sure you know more about this than this book does. Can you tell me about this sword here?
Yeah, he sort of looks up, and he takes the book, and he sort of skims through the page a little bit. And he says, oh, yes, hey, that's an interesting one. Well, it's basically what it says there. It was supposedly lost by the Spanish conquistadors coming to explore the area here. Yeah, it says that it either has magic powers or gives the user magic powers. Several years ago, I heard of someone who had acquired it, but they were, lost to the testament of time, I suppose.
I asked him about this person who acquired it.
This person? Oh, well, I've been around for quite some time. Probably figured from the whole magic thing. This woman...
No, I figured because you look 60. I do not say that in character.
They sort of pop out from behind the stacks. Yeah, no, it's because you look old.
No!
No, he says, no, fine young woman from, late 1800s it must have been. She decided that she wanted to find something, so she went out searching for it, and I hadn't heard from her since, but I did receive a letter from her once. but it was completely unintelligible. Just a slew of words written in another language that I cannot decipher. So I suppose the blade exists, but good luck finding it.
Okay. I want to say that was some really good keepering right there. Okay.
Thank you.
Because like I'm getting intrigued by this.
Well, that's good, because I had nothing planned on the out blade, and I was pulling all of that out of my ass.
You've keeped the story going.
Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna keep that in the back of my
going.
mind. I keep reading about legendary weapons.
Alright, let me put that in your fun little character profile.
I'd really like to actually pull him aside for a second, out of view of the other two.
Who's him?
Alex.
Okay,
and
yeah.
ask him, like, what are you? Like,
Are those the exact words?
well, no, I say, what are you? And then I followed up with, like, I've seen a leech bear and a Bigfoot, and I'm assuming that you are something along the lines of, more leaning towards Bigfoot than big monster, but something like that. And
He says, yeah. He says, oh, yes, of course. No, my disguise is quite simple. And he removes this golden watch on his wrist. And his changes are more subtle, but you see his ears grow longer and pointed, and his skin becomes pale, and you notice that he has 2 small fangs, and he says, you know, most vampires are portrayed as being just these
I'm
young,
grinning in real life and in game.
But no, you know, the whole living on blood thing never really suited me, so.
At the mention of the word vampire.
Oh no, he's out of view.
Run. Oh, okay.
I've pulled him to the side for that exact reason.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
I smile at him and I'm like, bitch. I'm just grinning. I'm like, this stuff's so cool.
He says, well, I suppose it would be quite fascinating. Accustomed to it, but when you live your entire life around cryptids, I guess it loses its charm.
And
I'm glad to see someone who's just so incredibly pumped about our lifestyle, though.
And I have one more thing. So, my magic has a glitch to it, where I just lose control.
Every time?
For big things. It's usually not, doesn't usually happen for the little things, like when I did the little ice thing. But when we were fighting a big bear, a leech bear thing, and it felt like someone had taken control of my arm and turned it at them. And I kind of want to know if you have anything on that. Anything?
No, that sounds interesting. I'll have to do some more research, but I'll get back to you on that. I've heard of it before.
I'm like tearing up, and I give him a hug. I'm like, thank
Oh?
you. Yeah. Well, keep in mind, like, the reason I don't like really using my magic unless it's in a big situation, like if a bear is charging at me, is because of that. Because when I use it, I end up like hurting other people. So being able to get answers about how to not hurt other people is important.
Alright. Yeah, rad. Yeah, okay. So he's gonna do some research on that for you, and he said he'll get back. Kiara, are you still walking around in your candle?
With my candle and my cheese bells, just kind of walking around.
Alright. You also come across a pretty interesting looking book. And it has a completely blank cover, but what draws you to it is that it is all black leather. Shut up, Owen.
Wait, repeat what it was?
It is all black leather. The binding of it, the cover, is completely blank, and it's dyed black leather.
There's a fucking mountain in there. I swear to...
There's a fucking what?
Mountain!
No.
Or am I or were you thinking of a different book when you made that?
No, Kiara. Are you doing anything with this?
I'm going to try my best to
You
clean
go fuck
off
with
my
this?
hands. And I guess
Sorry.
look in the book.
Just look in the book?
Mhm.
Alright. All of the pages are also completely blank.
Black light, black light.
What?
Do a black light. Have you
Oh.
never seen Gravity Falls?
No, I have, and I understand now. I don't have a black light though.
Ask him for a black light.
Hey, Alex, you have black light? I want to look in book.
What's a black light?
Do you have ultraviolet ray?
Ultraviolet.
No.
ray.
Fuck.
No, I don't have one of those.
Doomer.
like in a laser tag. You do realize
What is laser tag?
shit. You do realize you cursed at him in German, but he probably knows German.
Doesn't matter.
He frowns at you.
You're not the keeper. Okay?
He feels hurt. I'm hugging him currently, so
You're not the keeper.
Okay. Oh,
Sammy.
I literally completely blacked out. What was the conversation you just had?
I called it. I said Doomer Feek because he did not have ultraviolet ray.
but he probably
Okay,
knows
so-
German.
He looks at you and says, "What?"
It means stupid fuck, by the way. If
He said, "Just I feel hurt just because I didn't have a black light." And he starts speaking at you in German and just absolutely cursing you out. Like, you've never heard so many curse words come from one old man.
I feel like some of them are like in such old German that she doesn't know it.
Yeah,
I
and he
know
knows, like, German throughout its history
Yeah.
of, like, being a language.
I'm
He's,
ju-
like, biting his thumb at you and everything.
I'm just smiling.
Well, since Ezra doesn't care, she's just like, "That's what you get for not having ultraviolet," and she just walks away.
she cries. She cries in the kids section.
She does not cry.
Ezra is a strong-willed woman.
She cried tear of blood.
That's a sign of a bigger problem, actually.
Yes.
Okay.
Big problem. No ultraviolet to fix.
Fuck. Manny, did you have anything else you want to do in here?
No, I've got just about everything I want to know.
Alright. Sounds good. So yeah, you guys, are you all just sort of staying in there, or are you gonna leave the library, go do something else?
I want to go ask what
Can
one
I-
of those magic users is.
Also, can I take the book with me? Is that something I can do?
Just make sure you ask Alex first, since he's the librarian.
Oh, shit. Hey, Alex, I know I was mean, but can I keep a book? I am intrigued.
So long as you don't ruin it with your, and he just keeps on, like,
Your fucking
insulting
black light.
you. So long as you do not ruin it with your black light, and
You give it skin cancer.
you give it skin cancer.
I mean, it is leather.
Yes, yes.
Can I just thank him?
Keep
Can I
the
just
book.
be like, can I just be like, all right, keep up candle there.
You cut out, what?
I say, keep up candle. They are nice.
He says, thank you.
And you pat him. You give him a little shoulder pat. Good job,
Can
boy.
I give him? I'm gonna give him one of those like, you know when you say like higher button, but you just give him a and then turn around.
Repeat all of that.
Repeat all of that.
Also, get closer to your microphone. You're quiet.
Sorry. So I'm gonna do this. So I'm gonna do the thing where, like, you know when you like salute at someone with like 2 fingers and then walk away, like as kind of like a bye. That's what I'm gonna do.
Okay.
The old Boy Scout salute.
I'm loving this dynamic that you and Alex are having.
Me and Alex, or her and Alex?
All of you, every single one of you.
I just like him as a person because he was nice to me.
He does not have ultraviolet.
He might have a heat lamp though.
That's not ultraviolet.
It's not, but he'll warm you.
Ezra only wants ultraviolet.
Ezra wants warm. All right,
No, Ezra is very warm.
you're like a
Wants
lizard.
Ultraviolet.
You guys are leaving the library now, and you see Mark talking to another one of the residents of this sort
Oh,
of.
did I ask about the magic people? Like, who here is one?
What do you mean?
Because he said, like, I know a couple magic users who could help you out.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that would be a question for Mark.
Oh,
So, So Mark is talking to this other young man who evidently lives down here. He looks to be maybe mid-20s, and he has, he's one of the people, he has sort of like grayish skin and ram's horns from his, coming from his head, and he's talking sort of nervously to Mark. And then Mark nods and ushers him away, and he turns to you three, and he says, so how was your visit with the professor?
informative.
Have a good time in there?
It was informative.
Alright.
Candle.
Can I get?
No, wait, you got one of his candles?
Yes.
He's so protective of those things, he never gives them away. How did you get it from him?
I asked for candle.
Ask nicely.
Holy shit. He must have taken a liking to you three.
I think just me.
I mean, damn, go ahead and be so full of yourself, but alright.
I mean, the other two were either rude to him or cursed him out.
Hey,
Why?
when was I rude to him?
You're always rude.
Yeah, Anthony wasn't rude. Anthony was fine.
Fine.
Men.
One of us was rude.
The man did not have ultraviolet.
Well, he's old.
Why would you need ultraviolet light?
Because book is blank, and I was told I need ultraviolet.
By a voice from the clouds.
I tell him about invisible ink and that exists.
Yeah, had another premonition.
Yeah, he saw it. He just saw a little invisible inkwell.
Yeah. Mark says, is there anything else you guys wanted to check out? We have a couple of empty houses if you wanted to sort of live down here with the residents. But other than that, you can live in your own towns and we'll meet up every...
What's the internet connection?
I mean, it's underground, but we have a hotspot, so it's not...
No, I mean, like, look, man, my job is, like, I gotta have internet, and it's gotta be pretty decent.
He says, I mean, it's not like there's anybody else using it, so you'll probably have full access to our one.
Shit, yeah.
The enchanter put efficiency 5 on the internet.
He put efficiency 10.
You have unlimited 5G.
I don't want Wi-Fi. I don't want data. Alright, I tell him, I'm like, hey man, you guys don't seem to be the most tech savvy, am I right?
Well, I mean, it's not like we can really get that much technology down here. Magic.
Tell you what, I'm gonna bring some of my stuff down, introduce it to you, and that might make researching things maybe a bit easier, or tracking things and all that. I'll also get dimmer switches. So like,
Alright.
so like when people gotta go to bed, they can dim the lights a bit.
Alright.
I also ask him, if he knows any magic users that I could talk to.
And
well,
I mean, yeah, there's...
I'm probably gonna leave the encounter with the magic user to next session, because...
Yeah, 'cause it's getting pretty late.
Yeah, we're going on a bit late.
Yeah, I have work in 5 hours.
Ooh. Okay.
We'll be
Yeah,
done
let's
soon.
wrap this up then. He says, yeah, I'll tell you what, you see that big column building? That's
Wait.
where the...
Wait, did you say, I tell you what?
I'll tell you what, you see that big column building? That's where the enchanter and all of their sort of... that's where the enchanter's people are and stuff. You talk to them, and they'll probably find a way to get you into some magic lesson.
I have an I have an important question for you, the DM or
Mhm.
keeper or whatever. Is this enchanter very similar to the one in Amnesty? In function.
Define
In function.
enchanter.
The enchanter that you said was the enchanter.
You mean like Heathcliff?
Yes.
'Cause there's no giant cats in this one. I'm telling you
No,
right.
but hey everybody, just real quick, thank you for everyone who's listening, and apologies for the audio. We don't have the best setup. This is a stream archive. Future, I guess, episodes will be edited. This one will not. So please, please bear with us with some of the quieter parts or my horrible, horrible jokes.